Hey there, future cyber protectors. Are you ready to dive into one of the most in-demand skills and careers in 2024? In this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way to become a cybersecurity analyst. That's right, no fluff, no filler. We're just getting straight to the point, and we're going to tell you how to become a cybersecurity professional in 2024. So you can go from zero to hero in the cyber world. And with cyber threats escalating every single day, companies are desperate for skilled cybersecurity professionals. And guess what? You don't need years worth of experience and a fancy degree to work in this industry. I'm going to reveal the secrets that will fast-track your career into cybersecurity. You'll learn about the essential skills that you need, the best certifications to grab, and how to land your first job. Plus, I'll share some insider tips and resources that can save you months of learning and thousands of dollars. So if you're ready to start your career in cybersecurity and change your life in 2024, stick with me. Your future in cybersecurity begins now. Hi there, my name's AJ and I've got 8 years worth of experience working in cybersecurity, and I'm a current cybersecurity senior blue team analyst. And on this channel, we teach all things cybersecurity to beginners. So first up then, you need to build your general foundations in IT, networking, and cybersecurity. And to be able to do this, there's 3 pathways that I see. So first up then, you could go to university where you could study IT, networking, and cybersecurity. You could start with some certifications where you could do the same, or you can do some projects which relate to each one of those as well. So my initial and personal pathway is that I ended up going to university and studying business and IT. And then I did a project on the side in my university degree that specialized me more into cybersecurity to help me learn the fundamentals of cybersecurity. But I don't actually think that's the best way these days. And look, everybody says these days that you need a degree to get into cybersecurity. But look, take it from me. I've worked in cybersecurity for 8 years. I do interviews for candidates. I don't care about their university degree. I care about what they're actually capable of doing when it comes to the job. And due to the amount of time that university degrees take and how expensive they are, I personally wouldn't go down that route again. I would do this instead. So now we're going to cross that off. I'm not saying it's bad to go to university and get a degree. If you've got a degree already or you're currently doing one, don't worry, stick at it. It's still going to be good when you come to the marketplace, but I personally don't see them as beneficial as they used to be. So the focus that I think that we have here then are certs and project work. And the 3 certs I would start with if you don't have any experience at all would be the CompTIA trifecta. So this would be A+, so this will help you understand and learn the basics of IT. Network Plus will help you understand the basics of networking, and Security Plus then will help you understand the basics of cybersecurity. So it's up to you if you want to do all of these. If you have no knowledge whatsoever, I'd recommend that you do all of these certifications. If you don't want to start studying or you don't want to pay for the exam just yet, you can use something on YouTube called Professor Messer, and you can go onto YouTube, go to Professor Messer, and type in the qualification, and he's got videos on how to actually pass those exams. So if you're looking and you're not sure if you're actually going to enjoy this, I recommend that this is a place that you start. And if you've already got IT experience and you've got network experience, then just jump to Security Plus. If you've already got IT experience, then just jump straight to Network Plus, for example. You don't need to go through all of these if you've already got the fundamentals down, but it can help if you're a complete beginner, you don't know anything. I recommend going through all of these and actually paying for the certification and get it on your belt, because it will really help your CV. So now that you've got a good understanding of IT, networking, and cybersecurity, you can start to specialize a little bit more, and you can move into another certification, which is the Google Cybersecurity Professional Certificate, and it's actually available on Coursera. So this is not going to get you a job, but it's very good to get that beginner experience when you're starting out. Like you can see, you can come in here, you can see what it's going to actually show you. These are the things that it's going to teach you: foundations of cybersecurity, tools of the trade, assess threats and vulnerabilities, sound the alarm, detection and response. There's a lot of good things in here that can help you build those basics and those fundamentals and foundations of cybersecurity. So now that you understand how to build your actual foundations in IT, networking, and especially cybersecurity, the next phase now is to build your own tailored roadmap to becoming a cybersecurity analyst. Don't worry, I'll get to the projects, and it's important that the projects should be specific to the role that you're trying to get into. So now that you've built up your general foundations in cybersecurity, what you want to be doing now is picking the role, which is a cybersecurity analyst, and building your own pathway towards that and understanding the skills that are required to become a cybersecurity analyst. And the reason I bang on about becoming a cybersecurity analyst is because it's where I started 8 years ago, and where I see the industry at the moment. I think it's the lower barrier of entry, and that means that it can often be the easiest route into the cybersecurity industry. But don't get me wrong, it's not an easy job, and nobody can just walk in and do it. It still takes hard work and dedication to get that job. But once you get your foot in the door, that's when you can look to upskill into those higher paying roles. Where I started as a cybersecurity analyst, I personally helped some friends become cybersecurity analysts, and still to this day, I think it's the lowest barrier of entry to get into the cybersecurity industry. So now, how would you build your own dedicated pathway into cybersecurity as a cybersecurity analyst? So honestly, the best place to start is our free empirical training community on school.com. We've gamified the experience to help you build that pathway and that roadmap into cybersecurity, and what we're calling it is the dawn of the cyber protectors, and we want you to become a cyber recruit and move towards that boot camp to get and become a cyber protector. So that's what we're looking to do here, is help you build that pathway from completely free to get into cybersecurity. As you can see here, the goals from level 1 to 5 to follow the missions and training to create your own pathway to becoming a cybersecurity analyst and becoming a cyber protector. So the idea here then is that each level is going to push you up a little bit further and push you towards that initial pathway and getting your own pathway into cybersecurity. And as you move up the levels, as you can see here, we've got various missions that you can complete, and we've got a skills matrix that you can complete, so it shows you exactly what skills are required to get into cybersecurity. Now we've got courses that show exactly what skills that you need. We show you actually how to pass some of these certifications that we've mentioned earlier as well, if you're also interested in doing that. But as you move up the levels, we start to get more in depth into what is required to become a cybersecurity analyst. And we've even got project work as well to start helping you build those fundamentals. So in this mission here, we're teaching you how to install Kali Linux in a virtual machine, because all cybersecurity analysts need a virtual machine to be able to do their analysis. So we talk you through exactly how to set that up and how to install this on VirtualBox. It's a very great process, and we teach you exactly how to do that. But the idea here then, as you progress through each one of these missions, you'll eventually get to the point where you've got your own personal pathway into cybersecurity. And this is where it comes back to what we're trying to get at here, is give you the theory-based course and the project work to combine that together to make sure that you get the best roadmap into cybersecurity. Which comes back to our initial point on here with your pathway. Then once you've got that pathway on roadmap, you then need to do the learning. And where I say learn and do, so the learning part is the theory-based course, and then the do is the project work, which we recommend and which I'll talk about now too. So you've gone through our free tailored pathway, you understand the fundamentals, you've got your foundations. Now you need to learn and understand what a cybersecurity analyst actually does on a day-to-day basis. So the skills that a cybersecurity analyst really needs to do, and the things that I do on a daily basis, are things of understanding cyber attacks and why understanding cyber attacks is important. Then you've got the various cyber attacks that are out there, different malware attack vectors, malware attack techniques. This is going to show you actually how malware attempts to infiltrate a company and how you can actually detect and mitigate and respond to that, because that's what you're going to be required to do as a cybersecurity analyst. It's important to know the various attacks that are out there, so social engineering techniques. You're going to be required to understand all of this as a cybersecurity analyst. And you're probably thinking this is a little bit overwhelming. Well, that's just the case of it. You'd have to take it one step at a time, but there is a lot that you need to learn. But once you get your foot in the door, it's an amazing career to be in. And take it from me, I've been in here for 8 years and I absolutely love it. We'll need to understand the tools that cybersecurity analysts use every day. So things such as SIEM, so it's a security incident event management tool. So this is one of the main tools that analysts use. Logs come in from all the network devices on a network. They get sent to a SIEM. The SIEM has got specific rules which are looking for malicious activity in those logs. If it finds that malicious activity, it'll generate an alert. That alert then will be sent to a cybersecurity analyst or a future cybersecurity analyst like yourself to review and act on. So just to recap then, on the learning side, what the things that you want to be learning to become a cybersecurity analyst: understanding the various cyber attacks are out there and how to defend against them. Look into some of the most common cybersecurity tools such as SIEM, endpoint detection, all the different cybersecurity appliances that are out there, firewalls, for example, and understand how they're used to protect companies. Cloud, so cloud and fundamentals you need to understand. And even when customer service, this is often missed, but you need to know how to actually speak with customers and actually how to converse and be a great customer service representative, because a lot of stuff in cybersecurity, a lot of companies, you're going to be required to externally face with clients, or potentially if it's more internal, you still need to be able to express yourself and in a professional manner when it comes to cybersecurity, even to internal employees. So learning that is extremely important as well. So now that you understand what you need to learn, what do you actually need to do in terms of project work to be able to get you there as well? Well, this is why I've got this diagram here. So what this shows then is a potential project that you can do. Again, don't get overwhelmed here. You can take it one step at a time. So the idea here then is that you can use something called Security Onion, which is a network intrusion detection system that you can set up at home. So as you can see here, this is Security Onion Solutions. You can set it up at home. So Security Onion is a free and open source platform which is actually built for cyber defenders and includes things like network visibility, host visibility, detection, log management, and all of it is kind of a comprising home solution that you can build that companies use on a daily basis. They use all the tools in Security Onion, or they use, because all of the tools in Security Onion are what companies use every single day. They might not be using these exact ones, but there'll be other vendors out there that are using similar tools to what's inside Security Onion, and companies will use that to protect their networks, and the tools within there as well are what tools cybersecurity analysts use every day. So for this project then, we're focusing on Zero-to-Senior, which is the network detection focus of it. So as you can see in the diagram here, network intrusion detection system. So you can set up Zero-to-Senior through Security Onion to set that up. Don't worry about these other ones for now. You can always come back to them after. Then to get experience in a SIEM, you can set up a 30-day trial with Azure Sentinel, and you can send the logs from Zero-to-Senior to Azure Sentinel. Then those logs will be in Azure Sentinel. From there, then you can create SIEM correlation rules to look for malicious indicators within the Zero-to-Senior logs which are being sent over, or you can create detections which will alert on the Zero-to-Senior rules within Azure Sentinel to be able to detect malicious activity on those logs. Then those SIEM correlation rules would trigger against the Zero-to-Senior ingested logs, matches on a particular pattern, generates an alert in the Azure Sentinel SIEM, and then you can then pretend to analyze these as a cybersecurity analyst would do. And then once you've got comfortable with the network intrusion detection, you can start looking into different tools such as endpoint detection, which Security Onion also has baked in, send those logs to Azure Sentinel, and then develop correlation rules for those, and then alert on that activity as well. So a lot of this is actually blue team and cybersecurity analyst engineering stuff. So this is more high level than what would be expected for a beginner. So don't get overwhelmed. I understand there seems like a lot of information here, because there is. But if you can get comfortable setting this up at home and responding to it like a cybersecurity analyst, now you're not actually only learning how a cybersecurity system actually protects a network, you can actually reset it up and respond to those alerts as well. Which is why coming back here, then you're not only doing the learn, you're actually doing the doing as well, which is going to make you extremely attractive to employers. And look, once you've got your CV ready and your resume together with everything that you've done here, all the project work, tailor it towards the jobs of a cybersecurity analyst, and you can start applying for roles and just apply. It took me such a long time to actually get my first job. It took about 9 months, and I applied for 50, even to 100 jobs before I even had the final offer, and I failed multiple interviews. I failed so many times. You need to stick at it and make sure that you keep going. But if this does sound interesting to you and you did want to come into our community and speak to other like-minded individuals, so it's not only the courses that you've got in here, you can come and speak to us every single day. This is completely free. Come in here, ask us questions. Look, we've got so many people in here asking us questions about getting to cybersecurity. Maybe you need some help with the projects and things like that, then we can be here. There's 4 of us, 4 cybersecurity professionals. We all started as cybersecurity analysts, and now we've got 25 plus years experience, and we're trying to give that to you through this community. So you've got access to the community, you've access to those classrooms, so you've got the gamification that's going to push you up through there. We've even got cybersecurity certification guides as well to help you pass some of these well-known certifications that we talked about in the start of the video. We've got a calendar, so we do monthly Q&As, and we're looking to do more of these to look and push them weekly. And there's even a lead leaderboard here then, which where you can compete with others to push up through those rankings. And we are looking to introduce prizes for the people who get on the top 3 of the leaderboard in the future. And if this does sound of interest to you, check the link in the description and you can sign up for absolutely free. So just to recap what we've covered then, you want to be getting your foundations with certifications like A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. You want to then get your job pathway then and your cybersecurity pathway, so you know exactly what you need to do and what you need to learn to become a cybersecurity analyst. Then once you understand what you need to do and what you need to learn, start learning and start doing. So start learning the various things that we talked about: SIEM, endpoint detection, everything you need to become a cybersecurity analyst. Also do the home projects, set up security onion at home, push those logs to Azure Sentinel. Then start formatting your CV, start applying, start making sure your CV is tailored specifically to those jobs. Apply. Get that first job. Congratulations. That'll be a great moment once you've got that first job in cybersecurity. Then you can ultimately then specialize and go into those higher paying roles, because everybody wants those higher paying roles. That's what we hear about. That's what we talk about. It's not always the case when you first start out, so be prepared on that. Don't get hung up on cybersecurity salaries when you're starting out. Think about upskilling once you get into that first job so you can specialize into other areas like I did, where I went into incident response. And don't compare yourself to others. Don't get hung up on what other people are doing. Focus on your journey. Focus on this pathway, and you'll definitely get into cybersecurity. So by following these steps, you'll be well on your way to becoming a cybersecurity analyst in 2024. And remember, the key is consistency and continuous learning. The only way that you'll get there is if you keep going. Once you've got that pathway and you've got that roadmap, that is your specific plan that you need to focus on to get to where you want to get to and get that first job as a cybersecurity analyst. And the only reason that you won't get there is if you give up. So if you want to become a cyber recruit and you want to become a cyber protector and a cybersecurity analyst, then you need to make sure that you stay consistent with your learning. And if you ever do feel like you're struggling, then you've got that community to reach out to with other people doing exactly the same thing as you. So make sure you stay curious, stay vigilant, and stay secure in cyberspace. And I look forward to all of you starting your first job as a cybersecurity analyst. Now, if you're looking for more cybersecurity project ideas, make sure you go and watch this video next, which shows you easy projects to get hired in cybersecurity. So I was AJ, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in that video.